G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Turk, the old man metal dude, back with you once again with another of my Patreon guaranteed requests. This time I'm going to be actually doing a Foo Fighters song that I've never even heard of before, called Aurora. I'll be the first to admit I'm not the world's biggest Foo Fighters fan. I've got nothing against them, it's just they've never really been my band. Nothing but respect for Dave Grohl and the rest of the guys in the band. And Taylor Hawkins was a great drummer, so he's definitely sorely missed. Not just because he's drunk, just in general. And I've even played bass in a Foo Fighters tribute set, which I did last minute as a favour to the guy organising it, because their bass player pulled out with 2 weeks, I think, notice, and he asked me to do the set, and I said yes. So this, however, was not one of the songs on the set list, so I've never heard it. So be an interesting first time experience. Now, before we start, I feel the need to point out that not only do I do reactions, but I also offer a bit of analysis and my opinion on certain things happening during songs, which means I'm going to be pausing the song at various points throughout. If this isn't to your liking, I'm sorry. This is the kind of channel and videos I run here. If you just want to hear the song, I'm sure it's up on YouTube. In fact, I know it is, without interruption. So feel free to go check that out. If you want to hear me, ramble on a bit about what I think about parts of the songs, stick around. You might enjoy yourself. That being said, let's get into the song, shall we? Just going to say, I really do like that intro. The two guitars playing what they are kind of sounds in harmony but also discordant at the same time. I know it's a oxymoron, but the fact that what they're doing is just at times in like complementing, but in other times clashing with each other, especially with the reverb effect they've got on it. Really interesting. And also I point out, I did notice that this is on Channel V, and that is the Sydney Harbour Bridge in the background, so I'm guessing this was filmed in Australia on one of their tours. And by the way, this very particular music video was linked to me by the person who requested it, so any issues with the version that I'm watching, I'm sorry, but this is one I was asked to do, so this is what I'm going to do.
To
Yeah, just going to pause there before it goes into either pre-chorus or the chorus, wherever it's going next. I know it started off, with the intro and then into a kind of fairly straightforward, almost tame first verse. What I have noticed about Dave Grohl's songwriting is he's really good at A, writing hooks, but B, letting a song build. So a lot of Foo Fighters songs I've noticed do start off kind of, once again, tame, but then they build and build and they really grab you by the crescendo of the song. I mean, you can only have to look at Taylor's drumming. That's pretty tame for Taylor. Anyone who's seen him play a lot of the Foo Fighters stuff, hell, even years back when he was in Alanis Morissette's film clip of You Gotta Know, he's going nuts. This one more time. Hell yeah, I remember Aurora. Hell yeah, I remember Aurora. All this time. Hell yeah, I remember Aurora. Take me now. We spend that sun around. And the stars will all come out. Then we'll turn and come back down. Turn and come back down. You believe there's somewhere else. Have you ever noticed, like, Pat Smear, every time he's on camera, he just looks like he's just so happy to be there. I kind of like that. One of my favourite ever experiences at a festival was, I think, back in 2010. I went up to Brisbane for a music festival, big international one, and a Canadian thrash band called Anvil was playing. And while I'm not the biggest fan of their music, I stayed and watched the entire set purely because I've never seen anyone as happy to be on stage in front of, thousands of people as their lead singer. And, that gives you a good feeling. But back to the actual music. So, it built up slowly during the verse, built up a bit more in the pre-chorus, and then, rode the height of that wave into the chorus, and now they brought it back down with the intro and into the second verse. So I like how, much like a few songs have done, out of the second chorus have gone into this bridge section, which is kind of like a third verse, but it's more of a bridge, really. So I'm expecting next they'll probably go into a solo, but yeah, I've been surprised before. We'll see where it goes. Okay, I'm guessing since I've gone back into that intro riff with a slight variation, that there's probably not going to be a solo in this one. Yeah, that's fine. Like, not every song has to have a solo. I mean, not every musician is Yngwie Malmsteen, thank God. But it's still a way to manipulate the ups and downs of the song. Big question for me here is, does he do another verse, or is it straight into the pre-chorus, then the chorus, and then an outro? That's what I'm guessing it'll be. See what I mean there by, he lets things build up. From the start of this section, where it started with one guitar, every so often, more and more gets added. Taylor picks things up a bit on the drums. Dave comes in. The bass does its thing. Like, it's all building to coming in with a big finish. See, that's the Taylor Hawkins I remember, going absolute ham on that drum kit. Gotta bring it up to, gotta come to a big finish. Who'd want to come without a big finish? Very nicely done. Obviously, I was wrong about how he was going to structure the end of that. I expected he was going to go into another chorus, or do another run of the pre-chorus and the chorus, then do an outro, but it was just a big build-up extended outro, which works perfectly fine as well. Yeah. Very nicely done. Like, Dave Grohl's been around a long time. He knows how to write a song. Like, the man has had more hits than most people will ever dream of having, especially when you combine what he did with Foo Fighters and what he did with Nirvana. So he's an icon of the music industry and deserves to be there. And the rest of the band, they know their roles in the band and they play it spot on. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. As always, if you've made it this far, thanks for sticking around. As always, please like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment down below of any songs you think I should check out. I'm always on the lookout for new music. As I say, listen to a new song every day, because there's so much out there that we haven't heard and have no idea about, and there's certainly something to be said about expanding your musical horizons. If you want to support the channel even further, please head on over to my Patreon page, where there's a whole heap of videos over there that are not on YouTube for one reason or another. There's various tiers of membership. Even the very base paid tier gets access to all these exclusive and any early access videos, such as this one, which will have been up on Patreon for 24 hours before, or close to 24 hours before going on to YouTube. And I'm going to have more going up throughout this week of the early access ones, but there's also a heap of exclusives over there. The very top 2 tiers get guaranteed song requests each month, but even the very base tier, which I think is around $1.50 US per month, gets access to all the exclusive content on the page. Well, that's all I have to say about that. So, as always, I've been Turk, you've been awesome, peace out, and I'll catch you on the next one.